Good morning. This is the day after. Been around with a spray gun. Sprayed on my smooth right with a 7-year protection. And as you see, it's just applied all over. And I've done it all down both sides at footwells from where brake pipes are, right down to footwells at driver's side and passenger sides, on both sides. All nice and blacked up. Now that's how to keep it safe and looking decent. This is not just for MOT man, this is for me. Because I don't want to have to keep on going outside and buying another car when really all it is a matter of fucking looking after it. Thankfully we're lucky enough to have got another daily driver while I'm fanning around with this one. Because this is a very nice little reliable car. One thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to paint them drum brakes bright red again. Just so that they're nice and red, because I've got a bit of rotor spray on them. And then I'll have to go out and buy myself a battery at some point. But at the moment we can't afford it, so I'll have to wait. Because I've got the, what do you call it, MOT coming for Ford Focus. As you can see, it's lovely and shiny, a bit satiny. Yes, you can still see bits of red. But it's protected against all that salt and grit and crap. And generally speaking, that's what you want your car to be, protected from all that shit and crap. I were thinking about putting some new shock absorbers on back, because we've got caravan, you see. That's why it's important to have your brakes working right, because when you've got a caravan attached to that, then you've got to be very careful. Another good thing I'd advise you to do, if you're not aware of it, if you are working on car, get yourself a nice sponge to lay on, or an old kid's mattress like this one that I'm currently on. This is one of them day beds, and it just allows you to lay down on the flaming thing without it bashing all your chest and all your hips to pieces, because it don't half beat the crap out of your body when you're working on it. Unfortunately, it don't fit down this gap, so I have to use a little pokey piece of sponge instead. But now we're in the dilemma of the car battery being dead. I'm now stuck on the ramps. We've got no insurance, no tax, no test, and we need to figure out which is the cheapest way of dealing with it. As far as I can see, I've only got one pair of hands, and I don't see why no claims discount should apply to that vehicle or that vehicle when I'm the owner of all these vehicles and I've got one pair of hands. So therefore, in my opinion, no claims discount should be attached to the actual driver or the owner of the vehicles, because you can only be driving one at a time. That's my honest opinion. So then if I climb out of this car with full no claims on this one, I just walk into that one and get full no claims on that one. Because it's me that's doing the driving, it's me that's paying for the policies, and it's me that needs to save that money to keep on paying them to pay me. Otherwise it's going to be them ones just trying to take money off us all the time. The only way we can fight back is to just not have what to do with you. Because as far as I can see, I don't have £2,000 in my bank. I don't have £2,000 in an envelope. I've got 30 quid in an envelope. At least I've got scraped enough money together to cover costs of glass for my shed. Scraped enough money to cover costs for car tax on Focus, and insurance for Focus is already paid for. That's what the difference is. We managed to make that money count, and I'm still able to make this paint go that bit further with a bit of thinners. Who thinks about it? Just like antifreeze for the car, I can make it go that little bit further. You have to put a bit of water in it. Same with screen wash. And then you can drive around sometimes without no screen wash. You know what I mean? How long does it take before a car boils dry in your own life? After all, blood just goes around and round and round in your own veins, doesn't it? Until one day it's done. These cars, when you buy these cars from somewhere, you're talking £30,000 when you're brand new. By the time you've paid it off, you want it to be in good condition. These cars that you're buying these days are not even lasting that long. And you can't even change spark plugs on some of them. That's my problem. And that's your problem. That's all of the people's problem. That's the designer's fault. And I'm a graphic designer myself. So yes, let's just look at these legs. Instead of looking at your daughter's legs. Because you can't tell whether it's male or female. Or both. Flashy new cars are flashy new cars. And they end up looking like this. Unless you look after them. Just like that Trans Am. That was fantastic when it was fantastically new. But it's got old, hasn't it? And it took all that time with me underneath to scrape it all clean and that. Just so that we can have a bit of fun with it. But it's still got old. Let's have a look underneath for that. See if it looks dusty. Yeah, it looks dusty. Can I turn the flash on? Let's have a look at the flash. Yeah, that's what it looks like under there. Covered in dust and rust. It's still got bits in there painted, hasn't it? I've made that bit out of steel. Because the original one ran rotted away. But look at the bottom of the wing now. All gone rusty again. That's what it is to look like underneath a Night Rider. When you see that man lay down and scooch underneath it and then scooch back, there's not even enough room under that for his head. So he were risking his head just going underneath of that anyway. It looks so easy to just lay down and go under the car. And then when you look at the actual car, to see that this vehicle that I'm looking at, pointing at that, we're flying through the air as I it's fucking, as it's porch on back at garden, flying through air and then crash landing with a person in it. Fucking amazing. And very painful. I can imagine how painful it is. And they don't tell you about all fatalities and all injuries that they've got from doing that sort of stuff. But most of them cars that they'll have will have been stunt cars. And very exciting for kids and adults to be able to watch them doing it. But me, I just want to keep it like a shelf queen or a shelf king. Just leave it where it is. It looks fantastic. Why would you want any other car? You wouldn't want to wear it out on the road, would you? That's why they have computer games as well. So Los Santos is what we're up to at the moment, and we're waiting for this PlayStation 5 version of Los Santos 2 or 6 or whatever it is. What do you call that now? Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't know about that because it's got all these villainous ideas inside them, teaching how to squash people and that. I don't agree with that sort of behaviour because it's not Michael Knight's cup of tea, is he? He doesn't go out squashing you. He just shows you where they were an X on road. You know, they were an X on road where somebody died. They just incorporated it into the show and carried on. But whoever it were, we don't know because it was somebody. But it was nobody until they found out who they were. So they killed nobody, and nobody lived to tell the story. And eventually found out that his name was Glenn Lawson, and so forth and so on. Because he'd kept it going for them seasons. Just dragged it on. Well, new script writers will be doing exactly the same things. We don't know that person until they're identified. So just don't get squashed and keep yourselves alive.